What up? It's Nate with Grindhouse Capital. I'm going to read you some news. I'm not a financial advisor. From Zy Crypto, Elon Musk shows support for DeFi amid ongoing industry criticism. If there's one thing Elon Musk is consistently doing, it's expressing his views on anything from rockets, spacecraft, art, and cryptocurrencies. When it comes to the latter, Musk seems to have a lot to say casually and mordantly. This was the case with Musk and the Twitter DeFi community, whom he may have just stood up for when he decided to speak up about DeFi amid several berating takes flying around. It happens that the billionaire may have come across some of these tweets, not impossible, as Musk seems to spend a decent amount of time on Twitter, that may have caused him to say, "Don't DeFi" in one of his most recent tweets, perhaps in response to the critics. Here's his tweet: "Don't DeFi." Quickly, cryptocurrency personalities flooded his post, asking him a series of questions concerning DeFi. Although he has yet to respond to any of these comments, the questions are very valid regardless. Founder of the Tron Network, Justin Sun, asked the billionaire if he could include DeFi tokens to its electric vehicle platform. Can you have DeFi on Tesla, for example? You can drive and earn Tesla tokens. The more you drive, the more you earn, he asked. Even though the comment may have been lost between thousands, the idea seems like a creative way to diversify both networks. Getting Tesla tokens for driving could make users of the vehicles more excited about the rewards they could simply get from driving, making it yet another interesting way to integrate DeFi into another real-world platform. Justin has closely been keeping up with Musk as he continues to create more publicity for the Tron token and the Tron network, part of which is dedicated to advancing DeFi. After Musk made the big reveal on Wednesday, Sun was amongst one of the cryptocurrency personalities who revealed he was going to be buying a Tesla with Bitcoin. That's what Elon Musk was saying the other day. You can buy Teslas with Bitcoin. Justin's Sun, as a show of support, is going to do that. Meanwhile, Musk has continued to stay vocal on his crypto-related news, but critics have already begun calling the billionaire out on being greedy, and Musk seems to have a fitting response for them, at least for now. "I am accumulating resources to help make life multiplanetary and extend the light of consciousness to the stars," he explained. Fitting response, at least for now. From Crypto Briefing, Soros Fund invests in crypto, citing real fear around fiat supply. Not a fan of Soros, but he is rich, and rich people be doing rich people. Soros Fund is investing in crypto, with the CIO Don Fitzpatrick stating that gold is losing buyers to Bitcoin amid fiat inflation. Chief Investment Officer Don Fitzpatrick oversees $27 billion for Soros Fund management. The Soros Fund has historically boasted returns of 20% per year, but recently deployed capital into more volatile markets, increasing gains to 30% per year. In 2019, the fund oversaw the investment of $305 million into Solar City, prompting Solar City chairman Elon Musk to buy the company and merge it with Tesla. On Thursday, Fitzpatrick revealed in a Bloomberg interview that the fund has invested in crypto exchanges, asset managers, and custodians, among other aspects of the ecosystem. "We're at a really important moment in time," said Fitzpatrick. "Something like Bitcoin might have stayed a fringe asset, but for the fact that in the last 12 months we've increased the fiat money supply by 25%. So there's a real fear of debasing of fiat currencies." Fitzpatrick went on to state that Bitcoin is, in her view, a commodity rather than a currency, commenting on the interesting nature of the BTC halving mechanism. Fitzpatrick commented on the sluggish gold market of late, stating Bitcoin may be behind the low volume in gold. When you look at gold price action in the context of fairly robust inflation narrative of late, it's struggled getting traction of late, and I think that's because Bitcoin has taken some of its buyer base away. When asked if she owned Bitcoin, Fitzpatrick simply laughed, saying, "I'm not going to answer that." He added that central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, are almost here, stating that there are strategic geopolitical reasons behind China's effort to become a first mover. Fitzpatrick's views on China's CBDC as a real threat to Bitcoin. but said that the threat is temporary and unlikely to permanently destabilize Bitcoin. The head of China's digital currency project commented earlier this week on the CBDC, saying that anonymity will not be feasible. From the block, Ethereum scaling solution Optimism delays its mainnet launch at least until July. Bummer. Ethereum Layer 2 scaling solution Optimism has delayed the public launch of its mainnet. The mainnet was scheduled to roll out this week, but it has now been postponed at least until July. The new schedule is a rough estimate, said Optimism, because the launch is a collaborative effort of the Ethereum community. Opening mainnet to the public is not something we can do alone, said Optimism. It will be a collaborative effort between us, projects, and core infrastructure providers like oracles, wallets, nodes, and explorers. So when the ecosystem is ready and there is stability, Optimism will launch its mainnet to the public. Optimism has been building an optimistic rollup based Ethereum scaling solution since June 19. The solution aims to increase Ethereum's throughput, which is the number of transactions processed per second. The solution aims to increase Ethereum's throughput and reduce its gas fees. Earlier this year, Optimism soft launched its solution, the Optimistic Virtual Machine, OVM, with decentralized exchange Synthetics. That means Synthetics will integrate the solution in 4 phases to limit risk to its platform. Optimism says Synthetics users have already been enjoying speed and cost savings. Around 10 million have been saved on fees across more than 100,000 transactions, said Optimism. Another major decentralized protocol set to integrate with Optimism is Uniswap. Earlier this week, Uniswap said it targets an L1 Ethereum mainnet launch of its version 3 on May 5th, and an L2 deployment on Optimism will follow shortly after. Optimism, formerly known as Plasma Group, has pioneered optimistic rollups. A rollup provides scaling by bundling or rolling up transactions into a single transaction. With rollups, a transaction is received on the main Ethereum blockchain, but it is executed on a layer 2 solution, and the execution data then sent back to Ethereum. Since computation is done off-chain, it reduces Ethereum's load but maintains its security. Another variant of rollups is ZK rollups. Both optimistic rollups and ZK rollups have their pros and cons, but the main difference between the two is that the former uses fraud proofs and the latter uses validity proofs. Thus, with optimistic rollups, a transaction can be challenged, but not with ZK rollups. With ZK rollups, transactions are valid by design. It uses validity proofs, where optimistic rollups uses fraud proofs. Ethereum creator Vitalik Buterin recently said rollups are a powerful solution for Ethereum scaling in the short term and medium term future, possibly long term as well. But they're still in an early stage technology, Buterin said, suggesting that more work needs to be done in the years to come. Starkware and Hermes are 2 of several projects that have built ZK rollup based scaling solutions. Starkware's clients include BYDX and Diversify, and Hermes clients include Tether and others. That's who's working on the project. That's what Optimism is. From AMB Crypto, Ripple, XRP Effect. Howey test hasn't worked out well, admits SEC Commissioner Pierce. Hester Pierce, SEC Commissioner, popularly known as Crypto Mom, has always been one to highlight the need for clarity on the question of crypto innovation. As one of the speakers at the recent Draper-Goren Home Security Token Summit, Pierce once again underlined the urgent need for a clear-cut regulatory regime for cryptocurrencies, especially since major companies such as Tesla, BNY Mellon Corp, and MasterCard have started to embrace the alternative asset class. Pierce has long advocated for regulators to create clearer rules that would allow crypto assets to thrive without fear of breaking the law. In the past, the commissioner has said that such lack of clarity has hindered innovation, with the United States seen by many to be losing the technological race to other countries such as China. The commissioner also criticized the Howey test used by the Supreme Court to determine whether an asset is a security. According to her, the Howey test has some challenges over the years when being applied to the digital currency industry. According to Pierce, digital currencies are similar to securities in several ways, but also unique in many ways. Analyzing recent developments, she implied that the Howey test is not able to capture and define some instances of digital currency sales and distributions the same way it can capture what we would call security sales. It's worth noting that the U.S. Securities Exchange Commission sued Ripple over an illegal securities offering in December, the outcome of which has been argued quite frequently on crypto Twitter. According to the digital currency lawyer at Anderson Kill, Stephen Pally, the scenario where Ripple would win the lawsuit and replace the Howey test with another new legal identifier for crypto is delusional. In order to tackle the said ambiguity, Crypto Mom has suggested a 3-year safe harbor for virtual currency token projects. Following this, it will provide exemptions under a given set of strict conditions. You have 3 years to develop the network so that the token is actually usable or the network is decentralized. At that point, it's clear securities laws don't apply, and everything that you say will be covered by the anti-fraud laws under the securities laws. With Gary Gensler, President Biden's nominee for SEC chairmanship, coming in, the next few months are bound to be interesting, especially since he's known for having commented on whether XRP is a security in the past. Commissioner Pierce concluded by highlighting her optimism about collaborating with the incoming SEC chairman to develop the proposed plan in order to bring more transparency to the regulatory domain in the U.S. From Cointelegraph, former OCC official says crypto has backing, but the dollar may not. Brian Brooks, former acting comptroller of the currency of the United States Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, has claimed that the current cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin have some backing, while the US dollar may not have any. Brooks gave his remarks in a CNBC Squawk Box interview with Joseph Kernan to unpack recent Bitcoin-related remarks by the U.S. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell earlier this week. Powell argued that cryptos like Bitcoin are essentially a substitute for gold, but at the same time, they are not backed by anything. CNBC host Kernan pointed out that gold has historically been seen as a store of value, expressing confusion over Powell's comment, stating, "He just said it's like gold, but not a store of value. Does he think gold is not a store of value?" In response, Brooks said that there are many reasons why people have flocked to Bitcoin over the years, including the Fed dramatically increasing the dollar supply. So when you do that, it means that the dollar is at least a 40% less good store of value than it was a year ago. And that's one of the reasons people opt to Bitcoin, he said. In reference to the United States abandoning the gold standard under President Nixon in 71, Brooks said, "The point I really want to make is the dollar may not actually be backed by anything, but cryptocurrencies actually are backed by something. They're backed by underlying networks. And what you're buying when you buy a crypto token, whatever it is, Bitcoin or anything else, you're buying a piece of a financial network built to transact all kinds of stuff." Brooks stated that the increasing number of network applications over the past few years is the main reason that the crypto industry is worth almost $2 trillion today. "I believe in the wisdom of crowds. I think the crowds are telling you that these networks are where finances are going in the future. I want to be a part of that," he said. U.S. authorities have been actively investigating the concept of a digital dollar. On Monday, Powell said that the Fed would not proceed with the digital dollar without support from Congress. That's the end of that one. All right, I guess that's me for today. If you liked the video, please click the like button, subscribe. If you're into some coins, if you got some coins you want me to check out, mention them in the comments, and I will catch up with you. Peace.